Don't want to get the audio.
Okay.
Boop, 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 boop.
Oh, shit.
She does that really good.
There you go. You can do it. It's the different one.
We should do it in harmony.
Yeah, right.
Ready? Boop, 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 boop.
Wow. Okay. Hello. Welcome to our 11th episode of What the Flicks. I am Susan Ayers.
I'm Patty Smith.
Sean White.
Jorge Sanchez.
Okay.
Oh, hot coffee.
Each week, we each choose a movie for us all to watch, you included. And so this week, our movies are Mortal Engines, John Wick 3, Apocalypto, and finally, The Dinner Game. So let's begin. And I think we're going to begin with my movie is my choice. It's not my movie. My choice is Apocalypto.
Great job directing.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, it's directed by Mel Gibson, written by Mel Gibson and Farhad Safiniya. Okay, I have to mention the cinematographer because Dean Semler, because the cinematography in this film is amazing. I mean, you're there. You're like there. Okay, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's right up there with Pan's Labyrinth and Matrix. Movies that go beyond movies. They have some kind of message or meaning that goes way beyond it. It's a foreign film, or it's a foreign language film. It's spoken in Yucatecan Mayan. And so everybody in the movie is either Maya or they're Native American. Like the Rudy Youngblood, he's, I believe, a Cherokee Indian, right? So there is,
Which includes Latin, Spanish.
Yeah, the Maya. They're not speaking Spanish in the movie.
Yeah, no. I mean, the actors, there's some just
Right.
Latin actors.
Right.
Oh,
as opposed
lots.
to Native American. They're,
Yes,
you know.
yes.
Right.
Lots.
More like
Lots.
Spanish Native American, I guess.
Yeah, Spanish
Yes,
Native American.
Yes, right. Well, they're actually Maya. The
Yeah,
people,
right. They're actually Maya,
the
yeah.
Mexican people in the movie are Maya.
From Maya, okay.
Yeah, okay. It's the movie starts out. It's in about 1502. Which is now the Yucatan, right, in Mexico. Our hero is a young Mayan named Jaguar Pa. He's played by Rudy Youngblood. And while hunting with the men of his tribe and his father, Flint Sky, who's played by Morris Bird Yellowhead, see, it's like that, a group of obviously terrified refugees ask permission to cross territory. At this point, Jaguar's father tells him that these people are sick with the disease of fear. And he tells his son never allow himself to be infected with this disease. And that is the beginning of the movie. And there's some shit going down later on. Okay. So, Patty.
I love this movie, and I've seen it a billion times. And as Susie said, when the shit goes down is because the Mayan culture is at the top of its opulence, and yet it's crumbling at the bottom. It's starting to crumble, and you see it through a lot of infection, a lot of disease. Crops aren't growing, and it's funny. They use color really well. It's like so brilliant. Whoever did the set designing. And they get captured and they're taken to be, given to the gods so that they can have more opulence. But I think the true message of the movie is how we don't take care of nature and how man's greed overtakes us, even back then. But it's not done in that sick way, where you just want to yawn and keep on going. And I love the unity of the tribe. The tribe, and it didn't, maybe it took the top 15 minutes. You get attached to that tribe. And for me in a movie, it has to be. You know what I mean? You have to feel for these people. You want to bond with them, and you do. And so it goes on, and it's pretty terrifying. It's not a scary movie. It's more, you really want this kid to be able to go back to his wife, his pregnant wife, in a cave and save her.
Yeah, I didn't mention that part
Right.
in the beginning
Right.
when they're attacked.
And that's his whole thing, is to go back. And the ending, I'm not going to say because it's kind of like a surprise ending, but it's one of those things where it's funny, it's incredibly sad, it's poignant, it's got it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
The end.
Yeah, I really like this movie. The calmness, the respect, the camaraderie of the tribe, like you spoke about,
Absolutely.
which you do get in the first 15, 20 minutes. You're just in with them.
Yeah.
You know, just how they
Interact.
interact with each other. You're there. You like these people. And I love how Jaguar Paw gets away from his captors and then overtakes them, through the forest and
Right.
using the forest and using everything he's learned and everything he knows to get back to his wife. It's action-packed. It's alive, I think, with like moral decay as far as like the Mayans and,
Right.
sacrificing people and that sort of thing. And then it's an uplifting moral story as well.
Oh, yeah.
With the tribe and those people, and eventually, unfortunately, it just gets down to him,
Right.
Jaguar Paw. He's just like the true north.
Yes.
He's just got his focus, and he's like true north, and he just goes for it. Anyway, I loved it. I love this movie.
George?
Yeah, I love that too. It's one of my top movies, probably top 5 movies as well. And like Patty said, they really get you attached to the tribe in the beginning.
Right.
You get so emotionally attached. You feel like they're your friends too. You're part of it, and that way, if anything happens to them, you're gonna feel it too. So they get you.
Yeah.
And also, like Sean said, I really like that. Jaguar Pass says, this is my forest. I've my family, my descendants, my parents. We faced or whatever, done everything in this forest. So
My father,
it's my father, yeah, my
had-
father's father. So we know this forest when he's being followed by the other tribe. But I was thinking, I think the Maya is actually the bad guys in the movie.
Yeah.
Well, but
they are.
No, Maya.
they're all Maya.
They're more like the big
The city
city,
people,
the big city,
the tribe.
big,
Yeah.
Yes.
and they're the ones.
Because Maya, just a side note is Maya have
Different tribes,
there's
different
no
sects.
one reason the Spanish had so much trouble with conquering the Yucatan is the Maya has no central place. There's one city, so they had to conquer each
Mm-hmm.
one by itself. Which is a really good argument for no centralization, right? It's like, and so it took them a very long time, and so this is one tribe against another tribe, basically.
Don't you think it's, George, it's like the city people who know nothing about the forest because they've moved out, and the country people. And
Yeah.
It is so true.
Yeah.
But it's
Finish-
also that
finish,
they're
George.
so superstitious too that they're, their crops are dying, so they do all these sacrifices, to pray to the gods to bring in more crops. But it's the blood of all these sacrifices and the dead bodies that is also killing the crops.
Right.
So they don't see it because they're so superstitious. Yeah, it's a great movie. I love this movie.
Yeah. So yes. So let's score this movie. And let me just say, I think besides all the political shit, I think Mel Gibson as a director is a genius,
he wrote this.
and he wrote it.
And he didn't get an
did-
Academy Award. He wasn't even up for the Academy
Well,
Award.
he had that,
That was
year.
that.
I don't
That was
care.
that
You know,
year.
that's his personal.
Yeah, yes.
That's not his
I
movies.
totally. Yeah, I mean, if Mel Gibson makes a movie, I'm there. From Braveheart
Yeah.
to
Oh, yeah. Great
Shack,
movie.
Ridge or whatever it
Hacksaw
was.
Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge, which
The
was a great
Patriot,
movie.
The
It was
Patriot
an
was great, too.
amazing movie.
Yeah.
I mean, just think of Patriot. Just all his movies are.
Yeah, I thought he got
amazing.
shafted on that
and
one.
I put him up there with
Anybody else?
No, the Mexican one that I like so much.
Guillermo.
The Toro.
Yeah, Del Toro. Yeah, they're like two of my favorite. Steven Spielberg, and maybe in a much more scientific way, James Cameron. Right? If any of those directors are doing
You're
a
there.
movie, I'm there.
Or J.J. Abrams. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Patty.
What?
Oh, so I was saying one last point about this movie too. But he makes a point that all empires die from within, which
Yes.
really it really wasn't that the Spaniards came and
Right.
they say and conquered.
They were already dying.
Mayan. They were dying because they were dying from within because they were doing to all these tribes. So they were willing to also join the Spaniards and go, yeah, these guys are screwing us up. Let's go get them.
Yeah.
So what's your score?
Oh, my score is 10.
10.
10.
10. There we go. So,
George? Sean?
Beep, beep, beep.
oh dear. I don't know who to look at.
What are we doing next?